am super excited today to demonstrate a new Objective Ed game called Map Explore. Map Explore is an orientation mobility game created to help students develop mental maps. Students can drag their finger around the screen to learn the names of streets and pins, which are marked locations along these streets. The streets are sonified, meaning that when the student's finger is on or following the street makes a noise. If the student's finger goes off the street, the sound stops. Orientation and mobility specialists can create customized maps of a student's local area with pins that are appropriate for the student. With the latest updates, O&Ms can create customized questions that go along with the customized map. Let's take a look at a map I created for Kevin, an elementary school student. This is a simple map that includes the area between Kevin's house and his elementary school with 6 marked locations. I'm in the Objective Ed game and I'm going to select Map Explore.
Hold your device in portrait mode.
Welcome to Map Explore. Use your finger to explore the map. Follow the streets and find all of the special locations and tags. When you touch a street, you will hear the name of the street and a sound. As long as you hear that sound, it means you are still following that same street. When a new street is announced, that means you've moved on to a different street. Try to follow the streets and find the special locations. You can explore for as long as you'd like. When you've explored the map and feel like you are ready to begin the quiz, double tap with 2 fingers. During the quiz, you will still be able to explore the streets. At any point, you can pause the game and open the menu by using a 3-finger swipe up. Tap with 1 finger to start the game. Tap with 2 fingers to repeat instructions.
Okay, if you want to repeat the instructions, you tap with 2 fingers 1 time. To start the game, I'm going to tap with 1 finger 1 time.
The game is starting. You are exploring Kevin's neighborhood and school too. There are 10 locations to find. Try to find them all.
All right, so once you start the game, you're going to hear the announcement of what the map is called. This is Kevin's neighborhood and school map. And it did say that there were 10 pins. That's a bug right now. There are actually 6 pins on the screen. That bug should be resolved pretty quickly. Now I'm going to start here by showing you how to explore the map because we want to be very systematic as we go about this map. So it's really important that you remember the goal of the map. The goal of this map is for Kevin to learn the streets that are around his house and between his house and the school. So the first thing we're going to do is find the streets that run north and south or up and down. So north is always at the top of the screen. I'm going to start kind of at the top, not quite in the corner, but close to it, off the left-hand side, and I'm slowly going to drag to the right. And I'm going to stop when I hear the first street name.
Farrell Street.
All right, so that said Farrell Street, and you heard the hum. Now, if I wanted to follow Farrell Street, I know it's up and down, so I would have to turn and go down or up. All right, but we're going to go across to see all the north-south streets. McClanahan Street.
Kevin's house. You found Kevin's house, one of 6 locations.
So Kevin's house
Johnston Street
is on Johnston Street, which we know is a north-south street because we're dragging across.
Rectory Street.
All right, so we have 4 streets that go north and south on the screen on this map. So let's try again and listen again and remember these streets in order.
Farrell Street.
Farrell Street. McClanahan.
Johnston Street.
Johnston.
Rectory Street.
And Rectory Street. So again, we're going to memorize these streets. These are the north-south streets. Now, I want to find the streets that are going east and west. So I'm going to start off the screen at the top, close to that corner, and I'm going to drag down.
West Salisbury Street.
West Salisbury Street.
64.
64.
Pittsboro Elementary School Road.
Pittsboro Elementary School Road. So again, one more time, West Salisbury Street will be at the top.
West Salisbury Street.
Coming down,
64.
64.
Pittsboro Elementary School Road.
And Pittsboro Elementary School Road. So that's our grid, that's our streets. Now we're going to find the pins. The pins are located beside the streets, so I am going to drag left to right across West Salisbury Street at the top.
Intersection of Farrell Street and West Salisbury Street.
All right, that's my intersection.
West Salisbury Street.
I'm dragging right, and you hear the hum. Now, if I drag off the street, that hum sound stops. You lose the sound. I'm going to drag back down to find it.
West Salisbury Street.
There it is.
Intersection of West Salisbury Street and McClanahan.
All right, there's my intersection with McClanahan.
West Salisbury Street.
I'm still following.
Intersection of Johnston Street and West Salisbury Street. Intersection of Johnston Street and West Salisbury Street.
There's Johnston Street.
West Salisbury Street. Intersection of West Salisbury Street and Rectory Street.
So we know that West Salisbury Street goes all the way across the screen from left to right. Now I'm going to come down and find the next street. Now it is important that if you want to hear the whole name of the street, especially in an intersection, you have to stop dragging. All right, so I'm going to come down a little bit lower. There's Farrell Street. There's 64.
Intersection of Farrell Street and 64.
It's my intersection. I'm going to go
64.
right.
Intersection of McClanahan and 64.
McClanahan.
64. Intersection 64. Blossom Flower Shop. You found Blossom Flower Shop 2 of 6 locations.
All right.
Johnston Street.
So there's Johnston Street there, and just past Johnston Street is where I found Blossom Flower Shop.
Blossom Flower Shop.
Gonna keep going
64.
right?
60. Intersection of Rectory Street and 64.
Okay, so we know 64 goes all the way across from the left to the right. I'm going to come down towards the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to look for Pittsboro.
Intersection of Farrell Street and Pittsboro Elementary School Road.
And again, I'm looking for pins.
Baseball field. You found baseball field 3 of 6 locations.
All right, so there's the baseball field. We found Kevin's house, which is up on Johnston Street. We found Blossoms, which is on 64 towards the right side of the screen. And now the baseball field is down in the bottom left corner. And
Baseball
let's keep
field.
going.
Pittsboro Elementary School. Pittsboro Elementary School. You found Pittsboro Elementary School 4 of 6 locations.
All right, well, that makes a lot of sense that the school is on Pittsboro Elementary School Road. Let's keep
Pittsboro
going.
Elementary School. Intersection of McClanahan and Pittsboro Elementary
All right, there was
School
our
Road.
intersection. Oh, interesting. So I did not find Johnston Street intersection, so that's probably telling me that Johnston Street doesn't come all the way down, that it's a T intersection and it doesn't go all the way north to south. The other thing that I found when I was coming down on Pittsboro Elementary School Road, it didn't go all the way across to the right edge of my iPad. So I'm going to go find it again.
Pittsboro Elementary School Road.
There we go, and I'm going to double check. Nope, I lose it if I keep going straight to the right. Let's go up. No, I don't hear it. Let's go down.
Pittsboro Elementary School Road.
There it is, and it goes down and goes off the screen. So that's telling me that Pittsboro Elementary School starts on the left-hand side of the map. It goes across the map almost to the right-hand side, and then it turns and goes south. So it goes down to the bottom. Now, we still have a couple of pins left. We've kind of explored some of these. Let's find McCall. There we go.
McClanahan.
And I'm going south now.
Intersection of McClanahan and Intersection of McClanahan and 64.
Yep, there's 64.
Chatham County Sheriff's Office. You found Chatham County Sheriff's Office 5 of 6 locations.
And again, I stopped to hear the whole announcement on the same street, McClanahan Street, and there's the sheriff's office. And I am south of 64 going towards Pittsboro Elementary School Road.
Tennis courts. You found all the locations.
Okay.
Intersection of McClanahan and Pittsboro Elementary School.
All right, so that's telling me that the tennis courts are close to Pittsboro Elementary School, but they are on McClanahan Street. So I have a general idea of where I am, and I do want to use the space of the iPad. What's in the bottom left corner or what's not in that corner, I can kind of get an idea of where things are spatially because I'm dragging my finger around the space. And then I'm following the streets in order to find the tags.